Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So here are the video for the assignment Code of Safe Working Practices for Merchant Seafarer. So I'm from Team 8 from the program Bachelor of Science, Nautical Science and Maritime Transportation with Honours. So the members for this team first are the Muhammad Fikri Ashad bin Nagurugani S65714. Next, Sarveswaran anak lelaki Sambatu S68917. Next is Kogulan anak lelaki San Munggam S65703. And lastly is myself, Amirul Amin Firdaus bin Muhammad Yusof S65535. First, as a ship surveyor, I will get on board the ship from this pilot boat and get to the pilot ladder while the ship is still moving. I have prepared and worn the proper PPE for this task.
Here are the suitable PPE for ship surveyor according to the task 1. So the first one is safety helmet. It protects the head from impact of falling objects during boarding and inspection. Second is the ear muff. Protects ear from excessive noise levels and preventing hearing damages. Third is safety harness. It secures the surveyor to the pilot ladder or the ship to prevent falling. And the fourth one is life jacket. It ensures buoyancy and safety in case of falling into the water. And the fifth one is safety shoes. It provides a firm grip and protect feet from slipping heavy objects or hazardous material. And the last one is gloves. Gloves protects hands from cuts, abrasions and rope burns while climbing the ladder or handling equipment.
What is confined space is? So a confined space is an area on a ship that is enclosed on a partially enclosed with limited access for entry and exit. Example includes tank, cargo holds, pump rooms and void spaces. These areas are not meant for continuous human occupancy and may have hazardous conditions such as low oxygen levels, toxic gases or even flammable vapors. Entering a confined space without proper precaution can lead to severe accidents such as suffocating, poisoning or explosions. This is why a strict procedure must be followed to ensure safety. Now, let's go through the step-by-step process. So the first step is access hazards. So to access the confined space and identify potential hazards, let's review the ship safety management system and follow the permit to work system. This ensures that the entry is authorized and all risks are considered before starting. Next, ventilate the confined space. Use fans or fixed ventilation system to bring in fresh air and remove harmful gases. Proper ventilation reduces the risk of suffocation or toxic gas exposure. Before entering the confined space, test the air quality using a calibrated gas detector. Check the three key things. First is oxygen levels should be between 19.5% and 23.5%. Secondly, toxic gases ensure no harmful concentration. And the last one is explosive gases, which is to confirm they are below safe limits. This step is critical to prevent accidents. And next is gather all the necessary equipment, which is PPE, personal protective equipment, which is such as hard hat, glove, boots and overalls. If required, use a respirator. Next is communication device, radio or sun power phones to stay in contact. The third one is lighting, explosion proof lights for visibility. And the last one is emergency gear. Lifelines, harness and fire extinguisher should be nearby. Once all safety measures are confirmed, issue a confined space entry permit. This document verifies that the space is safe for entry and that all precautions are in place. The permit must be signed by an authorized officer. Always have a rescue plan. A standby person must be stationed outside the confined space to monitor and communicate. Rescue equipment like tripods and lifelines should be set up and ready. A trained rescue team must be on standby in case of emergency. The next step is when entering the confined space, proceed with cautiously and maintain constant communication with the standby person. Regularly monitor the air using portable detectors. This ensures the environment remains safe throughout the operation. After completing the task, exit the confined space safely and ensure all equipment is returned. Report the responsible officer and complete the post-task documentation. This helps maintain the records and identify any issue for future improvement.
So for the next task, a team consists of 2 surveyors are needed to inspect a cargo tank. Surveyor A enters the tank first, but after 5 minutes, there's no more reporting from the surveyor A. So the surveyor B reports the situation to the responsible officer on board the ship. Then he decided to enter the cargo tank. Just as he has entered through the manhole and stairs, he observes that the surveyor A is lying unconsciously on the tank's floor and he is in danger. The rescue procedure needs to be executed immediately.
Action need to be taken for rescue men from cargo tank. First of all, general emergency to be announced through the ship alarm. A responsible officer to be made in charge of operation. Adequate manpower to be present for the operation. 2 trained persons to be ready with SCBA and PPE. All prior checks to be carried out on the SCBA used in operation. Lifeline to be used by the entry person. Communication equipment such as walkie-talkie to be given to all. Torchlights to be taken along. Extra rating breathing apparatus to be kept and standby. In charge of operation to be present at entry point coordinating the operation. Breathing apparatus to be carried by rescuing party along with stretcher for the victim. If not possible to carry SCBA, EEBD to be carried instead. A lifeline to be tied out in the structure of the victim so that it can be guided and lifted out of the tank. Thank you very much.